Well, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and welcome to KPN TV's coverage to Gloucester High School football. I'm Phil Nicastro, and with me is Nick Krukel with the Gloucester Times. And Nick, Fishermen at 3-0. You're going to love the way they took control of that game last week against Somerville.
Absolutely. The last 2 weeks in the fourth quarter, I mean, they're in a dogfight, and they were the fresher team in the final 11 minutes. I mean, that's huge, especially for a team with all these new starters like Gloucester.
Coach Sorelli spoke a lot about his team's conditioning in the newspapers this week. What did you comment on that?
Yeah, I mean, I think it was evident they had a size disadvantage the last 2 weeks, and both weeks I thought they kind of wore a pretty good team down. I mean, Somerville was as good a Somerville team as they've had in a while, and Gloucester kind of just kept the flow going, kept at them, and wore them out.
Lynn Classical tonight, always a fun game, but this time, Nick, both teams are 3-0. And the way the divisions are all realigned, this is a huge game. And for all intent and purposes, this is for first place in the Northeast Conference Tier 2. And this should be a fun game tonight, Nick.
It should. I mean, it always is. Even when, one team's better than the other, which it seems they're pretty evenly matched this year, it's always close. And it always comes down to something wacky or unconventional at the end. So I don't see why it wouldn't tonight when you got two teams, pretty much playing for a conference championship.
Nick, Fishermen have 4 games left, right? 2 against teams they should definitely win. So let's assume for 1 minute they're 5-0 right now. They're not, but let's assume it, right? But then this season comes down to this game and the Marblehead game.
Yes, I think, honestly, tonight they're playing for a home game in the playoffs. If they win this one tonight, they'll probably be 6-1 at worst, and they'll be hosting the first round here. If they lose tonight, they're probably going to be going on the road in the first round.
Big night in the Northeast Conference last night. Swampscott having a hell of a season. They beat Salem 33-0. They had the Beverly, lost to Marblehead last night. Marblehead 33, that was 34-0, I believe.
Marblehead got some injured players back.
They did?
Yes, including the linebacker, Aiden Gillis, who might be the best player in the conference. He was ill. He missed the first 3 games. He came back last night and he dominated. And then Marblehead actually moved. They got a 6'7" tight end, Andy Clough. They moved him to quarterback in the second quarter, and their offense took off. Okay. So it looks like they might have found something there and finally, kind of found their niche, because they got off to, I don't want to say a slow start because they're 3-0, but a slow start for them. They weren't scoring the points they needed.
Big game for Manchester tonight, too. They're at Ipswich. Do you like them tonight?
I think that's a toss-up tonight. I picked them to win in the newspaper. I think it's a toss-up, and I think that one, if they win this one tonight, they'll cruise into the playoffs. If they lose this one tonight, they're going to have a tough road ahead.
Fishermen win tonight, they're 4-0. If Manchester wins tonight, they'll be 3-1. We're looking at some fun times ahead of us here in the North Shore for high school football.
Yeah, it's looking like it. I mean, that first round of the playoffs could be excellent. And look out for Manchester Essex if they get in, because they play a tough schedule. There's a lot of weak teams in that bracket.
Division 7, yeah. Division 7 North, which is actually weaker than the Cape Ann League.
Yeah, way weaker than the Cape Ann. We'll see. They got Linfield next week and Hamilton Wenham the week after, so we'll see some seriously good teams there. I mean, this one tonight, I kind of can't wait. Gloucester versus Classical is always appointment television.
Well, like I said earlier, both teams are 3-0, and this is a huge one tonight.
Huge, absolutely. Classical's rolling, and they've outscored their opponents 91-13. I know they were a little sluggish last week against Revere, but they blew Medford and Malden's doors off the first 2 weeks. So, and they always match up well with Gloucester, because Gloucester likes out tough teams. It's tough to out tough Lynn Classical, and Lynn Classical usually has a size advantage. That always leads to these really, good games like we've seen.
All right, Nick, thank you for your time, and we'll see you around. We'll be back with Gloucester High School football in just a few moments.
Daddy, that light's on again. I think we need to go to Extreme Truck and Auto and Cheese Shop.
When this happens to you, there's no need to go to a dealer, whether you're a foreign or a domestic car. We can take care of that right here at Extreme. We have a complete line of snap-on diagnostics specifically made for all your vehicle needs. Bumper to bumper, foreign or domestic, we can take care of it all here at Extreme. Here at Extreme, we guarantee all of our work for 1 year.
You're watching local programming created by volunteers in your community, underwritten with the generous support of local businesses.
At Scott Energy, we have built our business one customer at a time with a hands-on, personal approach. In the process, we have gained customers in our communities who have come to appreciate our attention to value and quality service. We truly appreciate your business and in turn have made it our policy to give back to the communities that we serve. That's why we support KPN Television, so that they can deliver valuable, community-based news and information about KPN, which is important to all of us.
Join, volunteer, support local programming for and about Essex, Gloucester, Manchester, and Rockport. Support KPN TV.
We are a full-service florist. We deliver to all of Cape Ann and the North Shore. We also provide wedding flowers, funeral flowers, everything from birth to death, basically. My name is Maria Russell, and I own and work at Russell's Florist in Gloucester. We have been in business in Gloucester for 21 years. We were both born and raised here. Our parents were also born and raised here. Our grandparents were born and raised here, so it seemed a good fit for us. I think it's important to support KPN TV because it provides so much for our community. There's so much programming on there, and usually at any given time you turn the TV on, KPN TV, you'll see somebody you know or recognize something or some event or some musician, all kinds of things. I think that KPN TV has so much to offer our community, whether you're in retail, whether you're in the arts, or whether you own a store on Main Street. KPN TV provides so much for Gloucester and Cape Ann. We are a very proud supporter of KPN TV.
To learn more about becoming a KPN TV underwriter, email sponsor@kpntv.org.
Well, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Welcome back to Gloucester High School football. I'm Phil Nicastro, and the Fishermen have a big game tonight against the Lynn Classical Rams. Both teams are 3-0. Both teams play in Division Tier 2 of the Northeast Conference. And for all intent and purposes, the winner of this game will win that conference and get the automatic bid to the playoffs. And over the years, this has been a hard-fought game, close battles. The games go back and forth, up and down. And it's always a fun game when Gloucester plays Lynn Classical. And this year, both teams are 3-0. Hello again, everybody. I'm Phil Nicastro, and KPN TV's coverage of Gloucester High School football. Jim Capello on the camera tonight. And this promises to be a fun night here tonight at Mill Stadium between a pair of 3-0 teams. And basically, this game, if you look at the big picture, both teams are playing for home field advantage in the playoffs. That's basically what this game comes down to tonight. The loser of this game won't be eliminated by any means. They'll probably still make the playoffs, but probably lose that home field advantage in that first round of the playoffs. A little breezy down here tonight at Newell Stadium, but it's dry. A little cool, a little chill in the air. That fall feeling is in the air tonight. And the captains will be taking the midfield in just a second or two for the coin toss. The other team on the North Shore tonight, the Manchester Essex Hornets, are in Ipswich tonight. We're going to try to keep you updated on that game as well. And Ollie Emerson and Matthew Smith, the two captains, go to midfield for the coin toss. Lynn Classical brings their the quartet of captains. And the opening kickoff, the Fishermen, when they do win it, they usually defer to the second half. Coach Zarelli, he wants his defense on the field first most of the time. So Lynn Classical 3-0, Gloucester 3-0. And the importance of this game is so big on so many levels. Lynn Classical has won the coin toss. They have accepted the ball. So Gloucester will be kicking off. And the Fishermen will have their defense on the field first. And I don't think that's necessarily a bad thing for them. And we'll be having our national anthem and right about now, I think. The Gloucester High School Prep Band will be doing the national anthem tonight. And just about ready for some exciting high school football here tonight in Gloucester, here at Newell Stadium.
So it looks like Classical has won the toss and is elected to receive.
A pair of 3-0 teams here tonight, Gloucester versus Lynn Classical. And you can throw the records out when these two teams play. It's always an exciting game.
Quick reminder, the 50-50 will be sold until halftime.
All right, the Fishermen and kickoff team has taken the field, number 24. Brandon Rivera will kick off for the Fishermen. He's out there getting the tee up.
At the Studio Restaurant, all you can eat buffet, $15. Come on out and support the Gloucester Boosters. Tickets can be brought at the concession stand.
And already the Classical kickoff, kick-receive team is kind of up close. They're expecting a short kickoff. That's what it looks like. All right. Gloucester spreads their kickoff team. There goes Classical now. Back into a more traditional formation. All right, Brandon Rivera is approaching the ball, and we are underway. Gloucester versus Classical. It's fielded down the 10-yard line. 15, 20. Number 4 still on his feet. And the Fishermen tackle him about the 25-yard line. Now, Sean Butler was the ball carrier for Lynn Classical. So here comes the Classical offense. 1st and 10 from their own 24-yard line. Number 11, Keith Ridley, the quarterback for Lynn Classical. Shotgun. You're going to see a lot of spread formation like they're in now. 2 wide receivers on each side. Shotgun. Quick pass. Blocked. Blocked down by the Fisherman lineman. Number 64 for Gloucester, Noah Benson. Knocked that pass down. 2nd and 10 for Classical from their own 24. Shotgun formation. This time we got trips left. Ridley, the quarterback. Shotgun formation. He's got trips left. Looks up, throws it long and deep, and he had the man wide open, but he overthrew him.
Pass intended for number
Tyrese Joseph was the intended receiver.
18, Tyrese Joseph, incomplete.
Joseph is a senior wide receiver, 6'2", 175. All right, 3rd down and 10 for Classical. Same formation. We got trips left, shotgun formation. Single wide right. Single back. Shotgun. They hand it off. Up the middle, and they don't get the first down. A gain of about 5. The ball carrier was number 28, Malcolm Best for Classical. And Classical will have to bring their punt team on the field after a 3 down and out for the Gloucester Fishermen.
So bring up a 5 on the play, bring up a 4th and 5.
So it's 4th down. Classical in punt formation. Back deep for Gloucester is number 22, Dalen Locke. And number 28, Juan Pena Ortiz. Snap is good, and he gets the punt off. And they let it bounce, and the Fishermen get a good roll. Okay, the Fishermen offense will come on the field.
Ball takes a Fisherman bounce out to the.
They'll start their first drive of the night at their own 46-yard line. And I'd say that's pretty good field position for the Fishermen. So, 1st and 10 Fishermen from their own 3-0. From their own 46. They're 3-0 in the season. All right, here come the Fishermen. 1st and 10 from their own 46. Matt Smith, the QB. Handoff. And Classical all over that one. Gain of about 1, maybe. Locke. Dalen Locke was the ball carrier for the Fishermen. No gain on the play, so it's 2nd down and 10. As that Classical defense bottled that one up. Second down 10, Gloucester. Handoff, Locke again. He goes out wide, cuts it up inside, and he pushes forward for a 1st down. A nice run by Dalen Locke. He picks up 11. He needed 10. So it's 1st and 10 all over again for the Fishermen. He takes the ball into the Lynn Classical territory at the 43. So Dalen Locke with a quick 11 yards. So 1st and 10, Gloucester. Handoff. Pena Ortiz, and he can't go anywhere. He lost yardage on that play.
28, Pena Ortiz. The ball carrier taken down the backfield.
Juan Pena Ortiz had a big game last week, but on that run, he lost 4 yards.
46-yard line.
2nd down, and they're saying he lost 3. Okay, 2nd down and 13 for the Fishermen. They're still in Lynn Classical's territory at their own at the Classical's 46. Pass, Smith throws it out there, and he overthrew the receiver. Pena Ortiz was the intended receiver, and it was incomplete. So that's going to bring up a 3rd down and long for Gloucester. So 3rd and 13 for Gloucester. If they don't have to pick up the first down all in one play here, this might be 4-down territory for them. We'll see what happens. 7 minutes, 53 seconds left. First quarter. Quick hitter, reverse. Pena Ortiz will get the first down at least. And he brings the ball down to the Lynn Classical 16-yard line. First down for Gloucester. Nice design, reverse run by the Fishermen there. The ball is down to the Lynn Classical 26-yard line where it'll be 1st and 10 for the Fishermen. So the Fishermen have ran 2 plays up the middle for no gain. They go outside and they got some big yardage. So 1st and 10 Gloucester at the 26 of Lynn Classical. Handoff up the middle. No gain. So the Fishermen try again to go up the middle. They can't do it. That was number 8, Ryan Argentino, the ball carrier for the Fishermen. Argentino, just a junior. So it's 2nd and 10 again. Smith gets the handoff, and not much yardage there. Ryan Argentino maybe with a gain of a yard, maybe. They give him 2 yards, so it brings up a 3rd and 8 for Gloucester, and Gloucester's done well on 3rd down so far on this series of downs. So it's 3rd and 8 Gloucester from the Lynn Classical 24. And the Fishermen, they're probably in 4-down territory here as well. Smith, reverse again, Pena Ortiz. He goes to the outside, and he's not going to get the first down this time. That time, Lynn Classical pursued the outside and made the tackle, and they're going to put Fishermen in a 4th down situation.
No gain on the play.
No gain. Good pursuit by the Classical defense on that one. So I'm going to assume the Fishermen are going to go for it here, and they are. So it's a 4th down play for Gloucester, 4th and 8. So 4th down and 8. So the biggest play up till now, in this quarter anyways, is happening right now. 4th down for Gloucester, 8 yards to go. Smith, handoff, Lark. He cuts it up. And did he get enough? No. He got some yards, but he didn't get enough for the first down. So Lynn Classical holds Gloucester on downs on their first series of downs. So both defenses hold the fort here to start the game with 5:04 left first quarter. No score. So Classical goes back on offense at their own 20. Shotgun formation, no huddle. Motion. Handoff. Best, number 28, Malcolm Best. Gain of about 1 for Malcolm Best. Twins right, left, single back, 2nd and 9. Pass complete. And good pursuit by the Fishermen defense there. But the pass was complete to Marcus Butler. So it brings up a 3rd down. And about 3 for Classical. They go with the no huddle. Spread offense. Fake handoff. The quarterback keeps it, but the Fishermen defense is there to stop him. And a loss of yardage on the play that brings up a 4th and long. So the Gloucester defense holds on Classical's second series of downs. But this time, Classical's going to have to punt again.
4th and 5.
So Nashawn Butler will be punting for Classical. And Gloucester should get good field position out of this. Snap. And he gets it away. And the ball, it rolls around midfield. We have a flag get thrown in late.
The ball hit the Classical player in the helmet.
So there was no flag. Okay.
First and 10 from the Ram
The
30.
ball touched the Classical player, and that's where the ball is. We're not right at the 49-yard line for the Fishermen. The Glen Classical 49-yard line. With 3:23 left, first quarter, no score. And so far, it's been a defensive battle.
Congratulations, Brandon. Good job.
Gloucester's second time with the ball. First and 10 Gloucester from the Classical 49. Motion. He's passing. Smith throws it out there. He's got a man, just overthrows him.
Pass intended, but Jan Pena Ortiz. Incomplete.
The intended receiver was Juan Pena Ortiz. And Smith just overthrew him by about a yard or two. So it brings up a 2nd and 10 for Gloucester at the Classical 49-yard line. Incomplete pass stops the clock with 3:15 left first quarter. 2nd and 10 Gloucester. Split backfield. Wing T, motion, Ortiz, handoff, fumble.
Fumble on the play.
And Lynn Classical says they have it. They're all jacked up on that part of that sideline. Yeah, so Lynn Classical gets the first break of the game by recovering the fumble. It looked as though the quarterback and the running back were not in sync on that handoff. And they fumbled it. Lynn Classical recovered, so Classical has good field position now at the Gloucester 47-yard line, 1st and 10. Keith Ridley, quarterback for Classical. Let's see if they can take advantage. Pass, quick out, almost picked off.
Pass is incomplete.
He overthrew the receiver, and the Gloucester defensive back was right there, but the ball was a little too low for him to intercept it. So 2nd down 10 for Classical. Up the middle. Malcolm Best, the runner, gain of about 3 for Best.
Pick up about 3 on the play.
So it makes it 3rd down and 7 for Classical. Clock keeps on running. 2:40 remaining in the first quarter. Spread formation again for Classical. Shotgun formation. They're going to be doing that all night long. Pass. He throws it deep, and he's got him.
He passed to number 4.
Touchdown. Lynn Classical. Nashawn Butler.
In for the Ram touchdown.
A 47-yard touchdown pass for Lynn Classical. That was a great pass by quarterback Keith Ridley of Lynn Classical. And he hit Nashawn Butler right in stride. Beautiful pass and catch for Classical. They're going to kick the extra point. Snap ball down. Kick is up, and it is good. So Lynn Classical gets on the board first with the score. Classical 7, Gloucester nothing. We'll be back in a few minutes.
You're watching local programming created by volunteers in your community, underwritten with the generous support of local businesses.
At Glover's Floor Covering, for more than 60 years, we have provided our customers with real value in quality carpets, hardwood flooring, laminate flooring, vinyl flooring, and ceramic tile. We're involved in the communities we serve and take great pride in our ability to support Cape Ann Television so that they in turn can deliver valuable community-based programming for Cape Ann.
Join, volunteer, support local programming for and about Essex, Gloucester, Manchester, and Rockport. Support Cape Ann TV. Volunteer production opportunities are available in all the towns we serve. Get into local TV. Call the station to find out more. You're watching local programming created by volunteers in your community, underwritten with the generous support of local businesses.
At Ben's Wallpaper and Paint, you will experience a level of service you thought no longer existed. We're proud to deliver the kind of specialized attention that you thought no longer existed and simply won't find in larger chain stores. Whether from our full line of Benjamin Moore paint or custom window treatments, you will find what you need at Ben's Wallpaper and Paint at 6 Railroad Avenue here in Gloucester. Community is the key. That's why we support Cape Ann Television, so they can deliver valuable, local, community-based news, sports, and information about Cape Ann, which is so important to all of us.
Join, volunteer, support local programming for and about Essex, Gloucester, Manchester, and Rockport. Support Cape Ann TV.
All right, everybody, welcome back. Ridley to Butler. Goes in the books as a 48-yarder officially. And that was a beautiful play. Get a good Lynn Classical credit on that one. That was well done. So it's 7-0 Classical. 2:24 left first quarter. Low lining kick, and if it goes out of bounds, it's a penalty. Yep.
Kick out of bounds at the Gloucester 14.
So Gloucester takes over on their own 40, I believe, which wouldn't be too bad. Let's see where they spot the ball here. Oh, Gloucester has the option to make them re-kick.
Looks like Gloucester's going to have Lynn Classical kick it over.
Yeah, they're going to make Classical re-kick. Okay, you have that option as well. When a kickoff goes out of bounds, you could accept the penalty or have them re-kick it 5 yards back. So Classical now will be kicking from their own 35 instead of the 40. So the hope is Gloucester can get a return and get better field position. Cape Ann TV's coverage of Gloucester High School football. 2 3-0 teams. Classical leads at 7-0. A nice touchdown pass. Ridley to Butler. All right, they spread it out now. This has a little bit of a higher kick. Bounces. Pena Ortiz was met immediately. And this Lynn Classical team right now is pretty energized. They lead at 7-0. They took advantage of a Gloucester fumble.
Gloucester 34-yard line, it looks like.
So now Gloucester's going to have to try to regain this momentum that Lynn Classical has built up here. And Gloucester will start this drive. Let's see where they spotted it.
Gloucester will start off 1st and 10 from the 34-yard line.
From their own 34-yard line. Okay. 2:16 remaining, first quarter. Jim Capillo on the camera tonight. KPN TV's coverage of Gloucester High School football. I'm Phil Nicastro. Handoff. Locke. Dalen Locke.
Dylan Locke.
Nice run by Locke.
Pick up about 5 on the play.
Locke picks about 4 or 5 yards on that play. Make it 5.
Long 5.
So that's a good gain on first down for the Fishermen. Now it makes it 2nd and 5.
Long 4.
The ball is just inside the 40-yard line. We'll call it 2nd and 5. Split backfield. Smith, handoff. This time it's Pandy Ortiz. And Gloucester can't get around that corner on the left side.
Picking up a couple of inches on the play. Down the 40-yard line.
It appears that Lynn Classical got some strong defensive players on the right side of that defensive line, which would be the Gloucester's left offensively. And Gloucester's had better success going to their right. Clock is running. We are approaching 1 minute left first quarter. 7-0 Classical. Smith, and nowhere. He went right into the teeth of that Lynn Classical defense. He lost a lot of yards on that play, and the Fishermen are going to have to punt.
The 13, Matthew Smith, taken down in the backfield.
The clock is running. We're approaching 30 seconds.
6 on the play.
Loss of about 6 yards on that play.
Sorry, 5. It brings up a 4th and 9.
It brings up a 4th and 9 for Gloucester, and no matter how you cut it out, they're going to punt the football. But let's see if they let the clock run out here. The clock is still running. 15 seconds left first quarter. Number 2 for Lynn Classical goes back. Chase Bruno. He's number 2. Oh, they got it off. Nice kick. Number 2. Good coverage by the Fishermen, but we got a flag on the play.
10-yard return flag on the play.
We have a flag on the play. The quarter can't end on a flag. So let's see.
Holding on the Rams.
Holding on Lynn Classical. Okay. That's the end of the first quarter with the score. Lynn Classical 7, Gloucester nothing. We'll be back in just a few moments.
You're watching local programming created by volunteers in your community, underwritten with the generous support of local businesses.
Here at the Fitness Zone, we are proud to serve the community that we have been a part of for over 18 years. Here you will find a huge selection of equipment, fitness classes, personal trainers, and a juice bar. We are located at 37 Blackburn Center, right next door to Cape Ann TV. Community is the key. That's why we support Cape Ann Television, so they can deliver valuable, local, and community-based news and sports from Cape Ann, which is so important to all of us.
Join, volunteer, support local programming for and about Essex, Gloucester, Manchester, and Rockport. Support Cape Ann TV. You're watching local programming created by volunteers in your community, underwritten with the generous support of local businesses.
When you walk into either of our branches, you'll experience a local bank feel with big bank returns. We are proud to support many community organizations, nonprofits, and events, both financially and by employees volunteering their time. That's why we support KPN Television, so that with the help of their volunteers, they can deliver valuable community-based news, sports, and information about KPN, which is so important to us all.
Join, volunteer, support local programming for and about Essex, Gloucester, Manchester, and Rockport. Support KPAN TV.
All right, everybody, welcome back. Start of the second quarter. Here comes Lynn Classical's offense. 1st and 10 from their own 33-yard line. This time the Classical's in a tight formation. Little pitch up. And he stays on his feet. Number 4, Nashawn Butler. He caught the touchdown pass.
Picking up ball 8 on the play. Taken down by number 11.
Butler picked up about 8 on that play. Looked like the fisherman had him bottled up, but he squeezed out 8 yards. 2nd down and 2.
About 9 on the play. 2nd and 1 from their own.
Actually, they give him 9, make it 2nd and 1. Lynn Classical, very talented team. They got some speedsters. Quick out, caught, 1st down. Nice tackle.
Joseph, the receiver, pick up about 8 on 7 on the play.
Another good game for Classical, 1st and 10.
49-yard line, sorry.
They're at their own 49. Ridley throws it deep again, and he overthrew him. He had a receiver out there again. Lynn Classical, they like those bombs. So he's throwing 3 of them tonight. He's hit 1. And you like this Classical team. They go deep a lot. 2nd down 10 at their own 49. They hand it off this time. And good defense by the fishermen that time. Malcolm Best, the ball carrier.
28. Malcolm Best.
So the fishermen, now they're in a 3rd and long.
Just shy of the 50-yard line.
Gain of
a
short 1. But it's 3rd and 9. Big play for the fishermen defense right here. And they knock it down. Nice play. Number 5, Anthony Petrelli. Anthony Petrelli with a great defensive play for the fishermen. He jumped up and knocked that pass down, and it brings up a 4th down for Classical, and they got a punt. Nashawn Butler in punt formation. Juan Pena Ortiz back for the fishermen. High snap. It's a fake. And the fisherman, no, he still has the ball. And they throw it around. It looked like a planned fake punt by Classical by Nashawn Butler. The fishermen were all over it. Now Butler tried to throw it back, as tried to lateral it, which I thought was a forward lateral. But Classical player recovered it. It doesn't matter because the fishermen take over on downs. So the ball is being located on the 50-yard line. I don't know why. They call it an incomplete pass? Yeah, they are. Okay. All right, 1st and 10 Gloucester on the Lynn Classical 49. Up the middle. The fisherman can't go there.
Up the middle. Nowhere to go.
Classical's got some tough linebackers. It's hard to run up the middle. Gloucester's had better success going to the outside. More specifically, the right side. There was a loss of a yard on that play. So the fishermen offense, last couple of series of downs, has not gained too many yards. 2nd down 11, right at midfield.
Smith, look out, he's sacked. the backfield for loss. Loss of about 5 on the play.
And this Lynn Classical defense is making a statement in here tonight. Third down for Gloucester, and about 16 yards to go for a first down. And right now, the Lynn Classical defense is controlling this game. Smith, handoff, nowhere. And the Lynn Classical defense is just smothering the Gloucester offense. And he stays on his feet, but Pena Ortiz, a nice effort, but to no avail. Losses more yardage on that play. And the Fisherman offense right now is non-existent. They're going to have to go into punt formation again. 4th down and 22. And number 22, Dalen Locke, will be punting for the Fishermen. Locke gets it. Gets a nice high kick.
High punt.
High kick. And
Down to the Lynn.
And we're going to have a flag.
Lynn 32-yard line. There is a flag on the play.
I think Tony Petrelli, or Anthony Petrelli, is going to get called for interfering with the punt returner, but he had no chance on catching that ball. He had no intentions on catching it. Yep, interfering with the punt returner is being called.
Interfering with the punt returner.
That's a 15-yard penalty. Lynn Classical is going to have really good field position.
Rams will start off first.
They were ahead 7-0, and with 6:49 left in the second quarter. Right now, they're in control of this game. Jim Capello on the camera tonight. I'm Phil Nicastro, KPN TV's coverage of Gloucester High School football. And right now, the Fishermen are in a bit of trouble. Not a whole lot. Not yet anyways. Passes that flare out. And it's tackled by Petrelli. But it's a gain of about 8 or 9 for Classical again.
Down by Anthony Petrelli. Pick up a low 8 on the play.
Gain of 8. No, make it 9. 2nd and 1.
9. 2nd and 1. They've lost the 44-yard line.
Lynn Classical recovered a fumble in the first quarter. They went in and scored, and they've controlled this game ever since. 2nd and 1, Classical on the Gloucester 44. Quick out again. And he's down the sidelines. He's got plenty of room and plenty of speed.
Down the sidelines.
22-yard pickup. 1st and 10, Classical. And we have a timeout by Gloucester. A full timeout too. So, with the score, Classical 7, Gloucester nothing. We'll be back in just a few moments.
You're watching local programming created by volunteers in your community, underwritten with the generous support of local businesses.
We take pride in our ability to anticipate and adapt to the ever-changing terrain of the commercial printing industry. Since our founding in 1922, the Cricket Press, along with our weekly newspaper, the Manchester Cricket, have long valued the importance of local news and information. That is why we support Cape Ann Television, so they can continue to provide community television programming for the Cape Ann area.
Join, volunteer, support local programming for and about Essex, Gloucester, Manchester, and Rockport. Support Cape Ann TV.
I think we need to go to Extreme Truck and Auto and Cheese John.
When this happens to you, there's no need to go to a dealer, whether you're a foreign or a domestic car. We can take care of that right here at Extreme. We have a complete line of Snap-on diagnostics specifically made for all your vehicle needs. Bumper to bumper, foreign or domestic, we can take care of it all here at Extreme. Here at Extreme, we guarantee all of our work for 1 year.
All right, welcome back. Lynn Classical, 1st and 10 on the Gloucester 20. And right now, Lynn Classical is in control of the game. They're ahead 7-0. They're moving the ball. Still 6 minutes to go in the second quarter. Handoff. Marcus Tucker, the ball carrier, number 5. He picked up about 5 on that play. Down to the Gloucester 15, so it makes it 2nd and 5. And Lynn Classical going in for another score. Fisherman defense needs to step up here. 2nd and 5. Lynn Classical traveling towards the Innisquam River. There's the handoff again, and first down Classical. Marcus Best. Excuse me, Malcolm Best. Down to the Gloucester 8-yard line. That should be a 1st and goal Classical. Classical going with the no huddle all night long. So there's a penalty. Half the distance to the goal against Gloucester. So Classical 1st and goal from the 5. Handoff. Quarterback keeper, touchdown. Number 11, Keith Ridley. And right now, the Lynn Classical Rams have all the momentum and all the confidence. They're ahead 13-0. Extra point coming up. Ridley's the hold. Snap ball down, kick is up, and it's good. So the teams head back upfield with the score of Lynn Classical Rams 14, the Gloucester Fishermen nothing. We'll be back in a few moments.
You're watching local programming created by volunteers in your community, underwritten with the generous support of local businesses.
At Scott Energy, we have built our business one customer at a time with a hands-on, personal approach. In the process, we have gained customers in our communities who have come to appreciate our attention to value and quality service. We truly appreciate your business, and in turn have made it our policy to give back to the communities that we serve. That's why we support KPN Television, so that they can deliver valuable, community-based news and information about KPN, which is important to all of us.
Join, volunteer, support local programming for and about Essex, Gloucester, Manchester, and Rockport. Support KPN TV.
We are a full-service florist. We deliver to all of Cape Ann and the North Shore. We also provide wedding flowers, funeral flowers, everything from birth to death, basically. My name is Maria Russell, and I own and work at Russell's Florist in Gloucester. We have been in business in Gloucester for 21 years. We were both born and raised here. Our parents were also born and raised here. Our grandparents were born and raised here, so it seemed a good fit for us. I think it's important to support KPN TV because it provides so much for our community. There's so much programming on there, and usually at any given time you turn the TV on, KPN TV, you'll see somebody you know or recognize something or some event or some musician, all kinds of things. I think that KPN TV has so much to offer our community, whether you're in retail, whether you're in the arts, or whether you own a store on Main Street. KPN TV provides so much for Gloucester and KPN. We are a very proud supporter of KPN TV.
To learn more about becoming a KPN TV underwriter, email sponsor@kpntv.org.
Nothing. Lynn Classical, after that Gloucester fumble, they've taken control of this game. So the Fishermen, it's still early. This is not a death sentence. They can do this. They need to make a big play or get a break somewhere along the line. And Classical lining up for the kickoff. They're doing that little fake onside kick thing, but now they spread it, and Gloucester now spreads it. Marcus Tucker, the kickoff. He kicks it. Short kickoff. And it was Pena Ortiz. No, Dalen Locke was the punt returner. He had the ball. Locke gets the ball up to the 33-yard line. So Gloucester will go on offense. 4:57 remaining. First half, and they trail it 14-0. This becomes a very important drive for the Fishermen. All right, here we go. Fishermen having a hard time getting that offense on track tonight. Motion. Smith is passing, and he's in trouble again. He's sacked down to the 15-yard line, and that's a huge loss for Gloucester.
Down to the Gloucester 20-yard line.
The ball is now on the Gloucester 20. That's a 13-yard loss.
We got a timeout. Lynn.
So the Fishermen second down and 22.
Bryn Silva. She is the winner of the Night Under the Lights.
So the Fishermen are in a little bit of trouble right here, folks. Smith keeps it. He goes nowhere again. Lost 2 more yards.
Taking down the loss of 2 yards in the play.
And right now, this Lynn Classical defense owns this game. The Fishermen just can't get anything going offensively. Third down and 24 yards to go for a first down for the Fishermen. And they're in their own territory. They're on their own 23. Smith rolls, throws it, and it's intercepted and knocked out of bounds. And another turnover by the Fishermen. The Classical intercepts it, and they return the ball all the way down to the Gloucester 8-yard line. So it's first and goal, Classical. Oh, we got Fishermen catch a break. There's a holding on Lynn Classical. but it came after the interception, so Classical maintains possession. But the Fishermen catch a break on field position.
It's going to push them back to
The ball will now
the 36-yard line.
up to the 36-yard line, so the Fishermen catch a major break there. So 1st and 10, Classical at the Gloucester 36. And we have a timeout, Gloucester. It's a 22nd timeout, so we'll keep it right here. 3 minutes, 30 seconds left, first half. Lynn Classical leads at 14-0. And the Fishermen defense needs to come up big on this drive. If Classical scores here, it will be tough to come back from a 3-touchdown score. They can do it now. They're down by 2 touchdowns. But fall down by 3 touchdowns, that's going to be extremely difficult. All right. Spread formation. Shotgun. Ridley. He's going deep again. He's got another man out there. And it's caught. But we have a flag.
Number 18, Tyrese Joseph, the flag on the play.
It's a touchdown Classical, but there is a flag. And is he going to call pass interference on Gloucester? Yeah, he is. The touchdown stands. That makes it 20-0 Lynn Classical. And Ridley to Joseph, Tyrese Joseph, number 18.
All right, well, we trying to figure this all out. Looks like it was a pass interference against Gloucester.
Yeah, pass interference against Gloucester. The penalty has been declined. Classical will gladly accept the touchdown.
Unsportsmanlike penalty against Classical.
All right, the extra point.
Which will be assessed from the kickoff.
Snap ball down. Kick is up. And it is good. All right, the teams head back upfield with the score. The Lynn Classical Rams 21. The Gloucester Fishermen nothing. We'll be back in a few minutes.
Daddy, that light's on again. I think we need to go to Extreme Truck and Auto and Cheese Strong.
When this happens to you, there's no need to go to a dealer, whether you have a foreign or a domestic car. We can take care of that right here at Extreme. We have a complete line of snap-on diagnostics specifically made for all your vehicle needs. Bumper to bumper, foreign or domestic, we can take care of it all here at Extreme. Here at Extreme, we guarantee all of our work for 1 year.
You're watching local programming created by volunteers in your community, underwritten with the generous support of local businesses.
At Scott Energy, we have built our business one customer at a time with a hands-on, personal approach. In the process, we have gained customers in our communities who have come to appreciate our attention to value and quality service. We truly appreciate your business, and in turn have made it our policy to give back to the communities that we serve. That's why we support KPN Television, so that they can deliver valuable, community-based news and information about KPN, which is important to all of us.
Join, volunteer, support local programming for and about Essex, Gloucester, Manchester, and Rockport. Support KPN TV.
All right, welcome back, everybody. There was another penalty on the touchdown, unsportsmanlike conduct on Lynn Classical, which will be assessed on this kickoff. So they're kicking off from their own 25 instead of the 40. So Gloucester should get good field position this series of downs. And there's still 3:20 left in the first half. And the Fishermen trail at 21-0. Now, Gloucester needs to do something in this game when they get the ball here. They need to change the momentum somehow. Kick, high, lock, has it, tries to get to the outside, and he's upended by a Lynn Classical player at the 45-yard line. So Gloucester will go on offense, down 21-0, 3:13 left in the first half at their own 45-yard lines, and the Fishermen need to come up with something here just to keep themselves in this game. Lynn Classical right now is overpowering them. Total offense for Gloucester this half, -5 yards. Ouch. Ouch. Smith. And again,
Gloucester with a handoff.
back to the line of scrimmage. This is Dalen Locke. No yards. Third down, second down 10 for Gloucester. The clock continues to run. $21-0 Lynn Classical. Who would have thought this? Everyone thought this was going to be a close, hard-fought game, but so far it's been one-sided. Handoff, nowhere again. Back to the line of scrimmage.
32, Mark Smith, the ball
Mark Smith, the ball carrier. And as of right now, that Lynn Classical defensive front is dominating this game. Third and
24 left to go in the half.
I'm going to say 3rd and 10 for Gloucester. They moved it over the 45 just a bit. 2:24 to go, first half. Smith, roll out, got some yards, and he gets the first down. That was a big play by the quarterback, Matthew Smith. He found a small lane and snuck through it. He ran hard and got the first down. That was huge for Gloucester. If they can get a score here late in the first half, they start the second half with the ball. 1st and 10 Gloucester from the Lynn Classical 44. Smith passing, throws it out there, and it's overthrown.
Incomplete, pass intended for number 2.
Ollie Emerson was the intended receiver. But that stops the clock with 1:50 remaining in the first half.
There's a white Honda in the parking lot.
The Fishermen would ideally love to get some points on this drive. They need some points.
You have your lights on. Again, it's a white Honda, Massachusetts plate 2064YM.
So here come the Fishermen, 2nd down 10. Trying to get some momentum back. Smith, there's that reverse, and it's got some yards. Pena Ortiz, good yardage. He got about 7.
7 on the play.
So the clock continues to run,
Classical 36-yard line.
and the Fishermen go to a no huddle. It's 2nd down and 3. So the Fishermen are in a good spot as far as that's concerned. Dalen Locke.
Dalen Locke, the ball carrier.
Close to a first down.
Close to the first down. See where they mark the ball.
They stopped the clock. No, they didn't.
So looks like it's going to be short of the first down.
No, short of the first down. It's going to be
by about a yard. It's going to be a 4th and 1.
4th and 1. The Fishermen, they need a first down here. We're under a minute now.
Seconds left to go in the half.
And they got to get a first down here. Up the middle, and I think they pushed it far enough. Yeah.
Keeper Smith up the middle.
Okay.
Enough for Gloucester first down.
42 seconds left first half.
The Classical 32-yard line.
Ball is on the Classical 32. And what do we got? All right, first down and 10 for Gloucester. .43 seconds remaining in the first half. First and 10. Handoff. Lock.
Handoff to Lock.
Can't find a hole. He gets pushed forward, maybe a yard.
About 2 on the play down to the
Timeout, Gloucester.
30-yard line.
And
Fisherman.
it's going to be a full timeout. So with 33 and a half seconds left in the first half, we're going to take a break. We'll be back. Lynn Classical 21, Gloucester nothing.
You're watching local programming created by volunteers in your community, underwritten with the generous support of local businesses.
When you walk into either of our branches, you'll experience a local bank feel with big bank returns. We are proud to support many community organizations, nonprofits, and events, both financially and by employees volunteering their time. That's why we support KPN Television, so that with the help of their volunteers, they can deliver valuable community-based news, sports, and information about KPN, which is so important to us all.
Join, volunteer, support local programming for and about Essex, Gloucester, Manchester, and Rockport. Support KPN TV. You're watching local programming created by volunteers in your community, underwritten with the generous support of local businesses.
We take pride in our ability to anticipate and adapt to the ever-changing terrain of the commercial printing industry. Since our founding in 1922, the Cricket Press, along with our weekly newspaper, the Manchester Cricket, have long valued the importance of local news and information. That is why we support KPN Television, so they can continue to provide community television programming for the KPN area.
Join, volunteer, support local programming for and about Essex, Gloucester, Manchester, and Rockport. Support KPN TV.
All right, welcome back. 33.5 seconds left first half. Fishermen have the ball, second down and 8 at the Lynn Classical 30. Matt Smith, he's passing, throws it out there. Oh, it's almost picked off. The intended receiver was Pena Ortiz.
Pena Ortiz incomplete. Blocked by number 22, Maurice Sequeira.
So it's third down and 8 for Gloucester.
With 27 seconds left to go in the half. Before going to the concession stand, stay in your seats. We got the GHS cheerleaders.
All right, here comes Gloucester, third and 8. And they need to come up with something here right now. Third and 8. We get a flag. And we have offsides on Gloucester. It's going to make it third and 12. Third and 13. The ball goes back to the 35-yard line of Lynn Classical. 27.8 seconds remaining. And the Fishermen, this has been a nightmare of a first half. The worst one of the year by far.
All right. Looks like a third and about 13 for the Fishermen.
But let's see if they can come up with something. Reverse, inside reverse, goes nowhere.
Reverse, get nowhere to go.
Lynn Classical, it goes nowhere.
Taken down the backfield.
And it's 4th down. Is Tony Zarelli, they're going to call a timeout, or they're just going to go to the half, down 21-0.
Looks like the Fishermen are just going to run this one down.
Yeah, they're going to run the clock out. All right, the Fishermen going to go back to the old drawing board. That's the end of the first half. With the score, Lynn Classical 21. No, wait a minute, the team's not leaving yet.
Sorry. 1 second left to go in the half.
So there was a timeout by Gloucester. We might as well keep it right here. So they got one play with 1 second left. The scoreboard is showing all zeros, but the referee has told everyone there's still 1 second left in the first half, and the Fishermen have one more play, and they might as well just throw it into the end zone for a Hail Mary. And this has been a tough first half for Gloucester.
Coming up at the halftime, before you go get your hot chocolate, coffee, soda, the Gloucester High School cheerleaders will be performing. As soon as they're done, plenty of hot chocolate,
all right.
coffee.
they put the 1 second up on the board now. All right, 21-0 Classical. And let's see what Gloucester can come up with here with 1 second. They're at the Classical 40-yard line. Smith, he's being flushed out. Finds some running room. Cuts back inside, and he fumbles it, but that doesn't matter. Gloucester recovers, and that should be the last play of the first half. Yep. Okay. With the score, Classical 21, the Gloucester Fishermen nothing. We'll be back with second half action in just a few moments.
You're watching local programming created by volunteers in your community, underwritten with the generous support of local businesses.
Here at the Fitness Zone, we are proud to serve the community that we have been a part of for over 18 years. Here you will find a huge selection of equipment, fitness classes, personal trainers, and a juice bar. We are located at 37 Blackburn Center, right next door to Cape Ann TV. Community is the key. That's why we support Cape Ann Television, so they can deliver valuable, local, and community-based news and sports from Cape Ann, which is so important to all of us.
Join, volunteer, support local programming for and about Essex, Gloucester, Manchester, and Rockport. Support Cape Ann TV.
We are a full-service florist. We deliver to all of Cape Ann and the North Shore. We also provide wedding flowers, funeral flowers, everything from birth to death, basically. My name is Maria Russell, and I own and work at Russell's Florist in Gloucester. We have been in business in Gloucester for 21 years. We were both born and raised here. Our parents were also born and raised here. Our grandparents were born and raised here, so it seemed a good fit for us. I think it's important to support Cape Ann TV because it provides so much for our community. There's so much programming on there, and usually at any given time you turn the TV on, Cape Ann TV, you'll see somebody you know or recognize something or some event or some musician, all kinds of things. I think that Cape Ann TV has so much to offer our community, whether you're in retail, whether you're in the arts, or whether you own a store on Main Street. KPN TV provides so much for Gloucester and Cape Ann. We are a very proud supporter of KPN TV.
To learn more about becoming a Cape Ann TV underwriter, email sponsor@capeanntv.org.
You're watching local programming created by volunteers in your community, underwritten with the generous support of local businesses.
When you walk into either of our branches, you'll experience a local bank feel with big bank returns. We are proud to support many community organizations, nonprofits, and events, both financially and by employees volunteering their time. That's why we support KPN Television, so that with the help of their volunteers, they can deliver valuable community-based news, sports, and information about KPN, which is so important to us all.
Join, volunteer, support local programming for and about Essex, Gloucester, Manchester, and Rockport. Support Cape Ann TV. You're watching local programming created by volunteers in your community, underwritten with the generous support of local businesses.
We take pride in our ability to anticipate and adapt to the ever-changing terrain of the commercial printing industry. Since our founding in 1922, the Cricket Press, along with our weekly newspaper, the Manchester Cricket, have long valued the importance of local news and information. That is why we support Cape Ann Television, so they can continue to provide community television programming for the Cape Ann area.
Join, volunteer, support local programming for and about Essex, Gloucester, Manchester, and Rockport. Support Cape Ann TV.
Well, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, for second half action. The Lynn Classical Rams 21, the Gloucester Fishermen nothing. I'm Phil Nicastro, Jim Capello on the camera tonight. And the Fishermen have their work cut out for them this half. Down 21-0 to Lynn Classical. I think what Gloucester needs to do here is just go back to the basics. Do what you do best. Don't look at the scoreboard. Just play football and see if you can chip yourself back into this game, chip away at this lead, and see if you can make a game of it going into the fourth quarter or halfway through the fourth quarter or get into the late stages of this game. Try to be in the game. And for them to do that, they're going to have to do something on this series of downs. They'll get the ball first to start the second half. So Lynn Classical will kick to Gloucester. Back deep, Dalen Locke, Juan Pena Ortiz. So Classical doing the little fake onside kick routine. Now they spread it. Gloucester spreads it as well. All right, so second half action. 21-0 Classical. A low lining kick. Locke. 25, 30, and he takes a big hit up to the 32-yard line.
Bring it back to the 32-yard line.
So Gloucester will come out on offense.
Start off first and 10 from their own 32.
First and 10 from their own 32-yard line, and I would have to say this is a must-points-get drive for the Fishermen.
And there's a flag on the play.
We have a flag on the play, and it's on Lynn Classical.
5-yard penalty.
5-yard penalty on Classical.
Gloucester will start off on their own 37-yard.
So Gloucester gets a little better field position out of it on their own 37, 1st and 10. Okay. Here we go. Fishermen are going to have to try to make a comeback here. It's got to start now. Smith, handoff to Locke. Finds a little bit of a hole, but not much. Maybe a yard.
Picking up maybe half a yard in the play.
Second down 10.
Second and long 9.
No gain on the play. Well, they give him a half a yard. The Lynn Classical defense is in control of this game so far. Second down 10 for Gloucester. Handoff, Pena Ortiz. And he finds a hole. And he breaks out for a first down. And there's a positive play for the Fishermen. Takes it down to the Lynn Classical 48-yard line. It's 1st and 10 Gloucester.
First down.
Excuse me. So a positive play there for the Fishermen. Juan Pena Ortiz. So now Gloucester's on the Rams side of the field at the 49. We have flags down, but I think it's going to be on the Classical because the play continued, which usually means it's on the defense. We'll see. Yeah, okay, it's on the Classical.
Again, the winning 50-50 ticket number 490688.
Okay.
You can claim your
So
money
it's
over at the concession
it'll be
stand.
1st and 5 for Gloucester.
$385.
And Gloucester could use a big play right now. Get some momentum back. Get back in this game. Quick hitter. Argentino, he breaks through. And he gets down to the 25-yard line. Okay, a couple of positive plays for the Fishermen. They're moving the sticks. Trying to regain some momentum. Don't pay any attention to the scoreboard. Just play football and chip away. So the ball's at the Classical 25. Pena Ortiz again, trying to get to the outside. We get a flag down again. I think we're going to have another offsides on Lynn Classical. The Lynn Classical defensive line, it's unbelievable. But I think we're going to have a penalty on them, on Classical. No, it's on Gloucester. All right. I thought it was going to be on Classical.
It'll be a 5-yard penalty.
Okay, 5-yard penalty. The ball goes back to the 30.
30-yard line.
1st and 15 for the Fishermen. And this time it was Classical offsides, and they'll give them the 5 yards right back.
And the flag is against Classical for encroachment. We'll be back to 1st and 10.
So it goes back to 1st and 10.
On the Ram 25.
Back to the 25-yard line. All right, 1st and 10 again. Handoff, nowhere. That was Argentino, number 8. They lost a yard. Back to the 26. The Fishermen haven't been able to get that offense going. And you're going to give the Lynn Classical defense credit. They're shutting them down so far. Handoff. There's a hole. All right. Juan Pena Ortiz. He takes it into the end zone for a touchdown. A 25-yard touchdown run. Juan Pena Ortiz. And the Fishermen get on the board. Makes it 21-6. And the Fishermen needed that badly. Brendan Rivera will come in to kick the extra point. And this is a very important extra point for the Fishermen. That time, the Fishermen opened up a hole on that big defensive line for Lynn Classical. And Juan Pena Ortiz took advantage. Snap ball down, kick is up, and it's good. Okay, the teams head back upfield. With the score, Lynn Classical 21, Gloucester 7. We'll be back in a few moments.
You're watching local programming created by volunteers in your community, underwritten with the generous support of local businesses.
At Glover's Floor Covering, for more than 60 years, we have provided our customers with real value in quality carpets, hardwood flooring, laminate flooring, vinyl flooring, and ceramic tile. We're involved in the communities we serve and take great pride in our ability to support Cape Ann Television so that they in turn can deliver valuable community-based programming for Cape Ann.
Join, volunteer, support local programming for and about Essex, Gloucester, Manchester, and Rockport. Support Cape Ann TV. Volunteer production opportunities are available in all the towns we serve. Get into local TV. Call the station to find out more. You're watching local programming created by volunteers in your community, underwritten with the generous support of local businesses.
At Ben's Wallpaper and Paint, you will experience a level of service you thought no longer existed. We're proud to deliver the kind of specialized attention that you thought no longer existed and simply won't find in larger chain stores. Whether from our full line of Benjamin Moore paint or custom window treatments, you will find what you need at Ben's Wallpaper and Paint at 6 Railroad Avenue here in Gloucester. Community is the key. That's why we support Cape Ann Television, so they can deliver valuable, local, community-based news, sports, and information about Cape Ann, which is so important to all of us.
Join, volunteer, support local programming for and about Essex, Gloucester, Manchester, and Rockport. Support Cape Ann TV.
All right, welcome back. The Fishermen get on the board with their first drive of the second half, makes it 21-7. And they got a life. And who's kicking off for Gloucester? Is it number... No. Yeah, it's Brendan Rivera. They had number 17 there, teed the ball up. A little trickery there for the Fishermen. So it's Brendan Rivera. Approaches the ball. Nice kick. Gets it deep. Down to the 10. He returns it up to the 20. Good coverage for the Fishermen. Okay. The ball will return up to the Lynn Classical 24-yard line. So Classical will bring their offense out for the first time in the second half. Marcus Tucker was the ball carrier on the punt, on the kickoff for Lynn Classical. All right, so now Gloucester has a little bit of momentum back. And if they can get a 3-and-out right here, and force Classical to punt the football in their own territory, we might have a comeback on our hands. Quick out, incomplete.
Pass is incomplete to number 5, Marcus Tucker.
All right, 2nd down 10 Classical on the incomplete pass. 7:02 left, 3rd quarter. A big series of down for the Gloucester defense. Ridley, handoff, and the Fisherman defense stopped that one. Okay, we're sensing some momentum change.
Backfield by number 5, Anthony Petrillo.
Petrillo went on the tackle.
Ran down for a loss of 1 in the play.
Loss of 1 on that play. Okay, 3rd and 11. Okay, the Fishermen got Lynn Classical backed up a little bit right now. Shotgun. Spread field. Ridley. He's going to go deep. Oh no, and it's incomplete. Almost picked off.
By number 23, Nicholas Philo.
Nicholas Philo.
Bring up a 4th and 11.
Now it brings up a 4th and 11 for Lynn Classical, and they're going to have to punt the football, and Gloucester should get decent field position out of this. The Sean Butler punting for Lynn Classical. That was Mark Smith, Gloucester on the defensive play. And it's punted and let it bounce. And it takes a good Lynn Classical bounce. Oh, God. Down to inside the 30-yard line into the 28-yard line. So the Fishermen are going to have to go 72 yards. So they don't get the field position they wanted, but they do have the ball, and there's still 6:11 left, 3rd quarter. But there's a little bit of momentum change. All right, so the Gloucester's at their own 29. Number 17 comes into the game. Antonio Romeo Oliver. Romeo Oliver. Okay, here we go. 1st and 10 Gloucester from their own 29. Quick handoff. Nowhere.
With a handoff to number 28, Jan Pena-Ortiz.
Pena-Ortiz.
Looks like he may have picked up a half a yard. Or a yard down to the 30-yard line.
They give him a yard, so it's 2nd down 9. Number 7 comes into the game for Fisherman, Cody Burke. He's a senior. Clock is running, 5 minutes, 35 seconds left, 3rd quarter. 21-7. Reverse. Pena-Ortiz, and he's going nowhere. And they lost a lot of yards on that play. And we got a flag on Lynn Classical. I think we're going to have a little extra roughing on that. He slammed him to the ground.
There we go.
Yep, the Lynn Classical coach is very upset. And that usually indicates a penalty. And that's unsportsmanlike conduct. And I think that's going to be an automatic 1st down for the Fishermen. Yes, it is. Yep.
It's going to be enough for
an automatic 1st down. And the Fishermen catch a huge break there.
The Gloucester 1st down.
So it's 1st and 10 Gloucester.
Gloucester will be 1st and 10 on their own 39.
So the Lynn Classical player, unsportsmanlike conduct, he slammed down Pena-Ortiz to the ground. Yeah, that's a penalty. Okay, here we go. 1st and 10 Gloucester. Quick handoff up the middle he goes. Good gain. Ryan Argentino, 1st down inside Classical territory.
Into Classical territory down to the Classical 41-yard line.
First and 10, Gloucester at the Classical 41. A nice run by Ryan Argentino on that last play. So that was a huge penalty Classical committed on that rough in the on Juan Pena Ortiz. They slayed him down to the ground. And in fact, that was a 20-yard penalty. Smith calling the signals. Offsides on Gloucester. Oh.
Flag on the play, motion on the fisherman.
Number 22, Dalen Locke. He started moving. He's in the backfield. He moved just slightly. And the referee caught it. But it's first and 15. The ball is on the Classical 46-yard line. 4:01 remaining. Clock is running. We're under 4 minutes, third quarter.
First and 15 for the fishermen.
First and 15. Handoff, Ortiz. He finds a hole, and he gets back the penalty yards. And 2 more. It's going to make it second down and 8. So a manageable second and 8.
39-yard line. And it was second and 8.
So that was a nice run by Pena Ortiz. The Gloucester offense starting to open up a little bit of running lanes now. Quick handoff up the middle. Gain of a couple. That was Argentino again. Give him 2 yards on that play. It makes the third and about 6 for Gloucester.
And it'll be a 3rd and 6 for the fishermen.
And we will have a timeout on the field. It's a full timeout for Classical. So with the score 21-7, Lynn Classical with the lead. We'll be back in a few moments.
You're watching local programming created by volunteers in your community, underwritten with the generous support of local businesses.
Here at the Fitness Zone, we are proud to serve the community that we have been a part of for over 18 years. Here you will find a huge selection of equipment, fitness classes, personal trainers, and a juice bar. We are located at 37 Blackburn Center, right next door to Cape Ann TV. Community is the key. That's why we support Cape Ann Television, so they can deliver valuable, local, and community-based news and sports from Cape Ann, which is so important to all of us.
Join, volunteer, support local programming for and about Essex, Gloucester, Manchester, and Rockport. Support Cape Ann TV. You're watching local programming created by volunteers in your community, underwritten with the generous support of local businesses.
When you walk into either of our branches, you'll experience a local bank feel with big bank returns. We are proud to support many community organizations, nonprofits, and events, both financially and by employees volunteering their time. That's why we support Cape Ann Television, so that with the help of their volunteers, they can deliver valuable community-based news, sports, and information about Cape Ann, which is so important to us all.
Join, volunteer, support local programming for and about Essex, Gloucester, Manchester, and Rockport. Support Cape Ann TV.
All right, welcome back, everybody. 21-7, Lynn Classical. The Fishermen are facing the 3rd and 6. We're going to update on the Manchester-Essex game. They were ahead 7-0. The last check was at half. They're at Ipswich tonight. It's a big game for Manchester tonight, too. So the Fishermen are facing a 3rd and 6 at the Lynn Classical 37-yard line. Okay, Gloucester comes right from the sidelines to the line of scrimmage. 3rd and 6, they're calling it. Smith, handoff. Good hold that time. First down and more, a little bit more. John Pena Ortiz gets a first down for the Fishermen, and the ball is at the Lynn Classical 26-yard line. And the Fishermen are moving the ball now. And that penalty Lynn Classical committed deep in Gloucester's territory is looming large right now. Handoff. Another hole. Big hole. Dalen Locke. Now that's Pena Ortiz. Another first down. And the ball is down to the Lynn Classical 12-yard line. 1st and 10 Gloucester at the Classical 12. We're approaching the 2-minute mark, 3rd quarter. Smith at the line of scrimmage calling the signals. Handoff. Pena Ortiz again. He cuts it back inside. He gets down inside the 5. Down to about the 3. 2nd down and 1. Clock continues to run. There's 1:35 left, 3rd quarter.
I'm sorry, it looks like a 4-yard line. 2nd and 2.
Ideally, the Fishermen would love to score before the 3rd quarter is out. Up the middle. They pull to the market, down to the 1. They pull the pile. Do they get the first down? They stop the clock. He's close to a first down. Are they going to measure?
Down to the Classical 1-yard line.
So it is a first down.
It is a first down.
1st and goal at the Classical 1. Quick handoff, Argentino. He pushed the pile. Touchdown, Ryan Argentino. That makes it 21-13. With 1:01 left in the 3rd quarter. So Brandon Rivera will come on to kick the extra point. The quarterback Smith will be the holder. Ryan Rivera, the kicker. Snap ball down, kick is up. Is no good. All right, so the teams head back upfield with the score. Lynn Classical 21 and Gloucester 13. We'll be back in just a few moments.
You're watching local programming created by volunteers in your community, underwritten with the generous support of local businesses.
We take pride in our ability to anticipate and adapt to the ever-changing terrain of the commercial printing industry. Since our founding in 1922, the Cricket Press, along with our weekly newspaper, the Manchester Cricket, have long valued the importance of local news and information. That is why we support Cape Ann Television, so they can continue to provide community television programming for the Cape Ann area.
Join, volunteer, support local programming for and about Essex, Gloucester, Manchester, and Rockport. Support Cape Ann TV.
Daddy, that light's on again. I think we need to go to Extreme Truck and Auto and Cheese, John.
When this happens to you, there's no need to go to a dealer, whether you're a foreign or a domestic car. We can take care of that right here at Extreme. We have a complete line of snap-on diagnostics specifically made for all your vehicle needs. Bumper to bumper, foreign or domestic, we can take care of it all here at Extreme. Here at Extreme, we guarantee all of our work for 1 year.
All right, welcome back. The Fishermen have fought their way back into this game. It's 21-13, Lynn Classical. We're still in the third quarter, 1:01 left. And Gloucester's offense has been on the field just about all of this third quarter. Lynn Classical's had the ball for 3 plays. And there's only 1 minute left in the third quarter. Brandon Rivera tees it up. Nice kick by Rivera. It's fielded at the 11, at the 15, 30. Tackle him, and they get him at the 35, 36 yard line. So, all right, so that's where Classical will set up on offense. And here comes the Gloucester defense with 52 seconds remaining in the third quarter. And folks, we have a new game. It's 21-13.
37 yard line.
So Classical goes on offense at their own 36.
Sorry, 36 yard line. First and 10 for Classical.
So right now, Gloucester has the momentum. Another big defensive stand here will go a long way. Ridley back in, number 11, shotgun formation, twins right, twins left, single back, quick out, completed. Number 8 was the receiver, Adam Washington, for Classical. That's a gain of about 5, and that quick little out, Patton. We're approaching 30 seconds left, third quarter. Fake, quarterback still has it. Ridley, he gained a yard, maybe a yard and a half, and that looks like it could be the last play of the third quarter. But Lynn Classical is facing the third down now. 10 seconds left, third quarter. What's Classical going to do? They want to run it out? Yeah, I would. And yeah, they're going to run it out. Okay. So this is the end of the third quarter. With the score, the Lynn Classical Rams 21, the Gloucester Fishermen 13. We'll be back for fourth quarter action in just a moment.
You're watching local programming created by volunteers in your community, underwritten with the generous support of local businesses.
At Scott Energy, we have built our business one customer at a time with a hands-on, personal approach. In the process, we have gained customers in our communities who have come to appreciate our attention to value and quality service. We truly appreciate your business, and in turn have made it our policy to give back to the communities that we serve. That's why we support KPN Television, so that they can deliver valuable, community-based news and information about KPN, which is important to all of us.
Join, volunteer, support local programming for and about Essex, Gloucester, Manchester, and Rockport. Support KPN TV.
We are a full-service florist. We deliver to all of Cape Ann and the North Shore. We also provide wedding flowers, funeral flowers, everything from birth to death, basically. My name is Maria Russell, and I own and work at Russell's Florist in Gloucester. We have been in business in Gloucester for 21 years. We were both born and raised here. Our parents were also born and raised here. Our grandparents were born and raised here, so it seemed a good fit for us. I think it's important to support KPN TV because it provides so much for our community. There's so much programming on there, and usually at any given time you turn the TV on, KPN TV, you'll see somebody you know or recognize something or some event or some musician, all kinds of things. I think that KPN TV has so much to offer our community, whether you're in retail, whether you're in the arts, or whether you own a store on Main Street. KPN TV provides so much for Gloucester and KPN. We are a very proud supporter of Cape Ann TV.
To learn more about becoming a Cape Ann TV underwriter, email sponsor@capeanntv.org.
All right, welcome back, everybody. Lynn Classical has the ball. Third down and about 4 as we start the fourth quarter. Cape Ann TV's coverage of Gloucester High School football. Jim Capillo on the camera tonight does a great job. Third down and 3 for the Rams, and this is a big play for the Gloucester defense. And what do we got? What do we got? What do we got? Whistle on the play. Is there a flag? And Tony's coach Zarelli calls it a full timeout. We'll keep it right here. And folks, it's game on. That big penalty Lynn Classical committed deep in Gloucester's territory, that unsportsmanlike conduct kept the fishermen alive. It gave them a second wind. And that gave them an automatic first down. The fishermen went down and scored. Then they held them again. And then the fishermen went down and scored again. All right. Okay, here comes the Gloucester defense. The third down and 3 from the Classical 44-yard line. And believe it or not, folks, Gloucester has more yards gained overall than Classical does. Again.
We got a whistle again.
And now we have Classical who calls a timeout, a full one.
Timeout on Classical.
So this fourth quarter is having a hard time getting going as both teams call early timeouts. We'll keep it right here. And both teams realize how big this next play is by calling timeouts even before the quarter started. I'm Phil Nicastro, Jim Capillo on the camera. Cape Ann TV's coverage of Gloucester High School football, and Lynn Classical owned the first half. So far, Gloucester's owned the second half. So here comes the Classical offense. Third down and 3. We still have not had a play yet in the fourth quarter. But now we will. Shotgun formation. They got 2 backs this time. Trips left. Gloucester got back. And what do we got now? Another 20-second timeout for Lynn Classical. And are they trying to draw Gloucester offsides? They almost did. Third down. Okay, here comes Classical.
All right, here we go.
Here we go. Third down 3. Ridley gets it, quick out, completes it, first down. There's that quick little out pass. Gain of about 5 on the play to first down. First and 10, Lynn Classical from their own 48. It was a big first down for Classical. Handoff. Good defense there by the fishermen. No gain on that play.
Taken down by number 58, Carlos Hernandez-Reyes.
Carlos Hernandez-Reyes, number 58, with the tackle.
He's second and a long 9.
He's a captain, Carlos Hernandez Reyes. All right, second down, 10, Classical. Here's the handoff again, and here's another good defensive play by the Fishermen. And the loss of yardage for Classical. And that was Carlos Hernandez Reyes again.
Marcus Tucker, the ball carrier.
Marcus Tucker was the ball carrier.
Taken down for a loss of 1.5.
Now it's a loss of 2 on the play for Classical. Now it's a third down and 12. And Classical is the big play here. A quick out again, and he drops it. Was it a completed pass? Lynn Classical kind of rushed that play, but nevertheless, it's going to be a 4th down. What are they calling? Incomplete pass. Okay.
Incomplete pass.
But that brings up 4th down anyways.
That'll bring up a 4th and 11 for Classical at their own 40.
So Lynn Classical's offense has gone asleep in this game. And Gloucester will get the ball back. And folks, it's game on. All right. So Nashawn Butler's in punt formation for Classical. Fourth down. There's the he gets the punt, and he gets a lousy kickoff. He shanked it, and it will go out of bounds. And the Fishermen will get great field position at their own 45-yard line.
45-yard line.
And the Fishermen catch a major break on the punt.
Miscue on the punt there.
So here comes the Fishermen offense. 1st and 10 at their own 45-yard line. And folks, this has been like watching 2 different games. All right. Still 9 minutes, 25 seconds left in this game. Plenty of time for the Fishermen to do something here. Handoff. Pena Ortiz. He cuts it back inside for a 1st down. Takes it inside the 40, down to the 37-yard line.
18-yard run.
18-yard run for Pena Ortiz. 1st and 10 Gloucester at the Lynn Classical 37.
1st and 10 for the Fishermen.
And the Fishermen are starting to open up some holes on that Lynn Classical defensive line. Fishermen are headed towards the Centennial Avenue side of the field. Handoff again. And Pena Ortiz, he fights away for a couple. That was one of the toughest 2 yards you ever want to see. But it's 2nd down and 8. Second and 8 for Gloucester. They're right at the Classical 35. And I'm looking at the Classical defense right now. They have hands on hips. They're breathing heavy. They're getting tired. 2nd and 8. Quick hitter up the middle to Argentino. And it goes nowhere. Actually lost the yard on that play. All right, lost of 1 on the play. That brings down a 3rd and 9 for Gloucester. All right, the Fishermen are 4-down territory right here. They don't need to get all 9 yards on this play, although it would be nice. Handoff, Pena Ortiz.
Handoff to Pena Ortiz.
He gets a couple.
Yeah, pick up a yard on the play. Gonna bring up a 4th and...
It's a 4th down for Gloucester. 4th and about 8. Or 4th and 7.
4th and 7. 8.
And this is going to be a must play here for the Fishermen. 4th down. We're inside 7 minutes of this game. 4th quarter. Smith keeps it. He kicks it to the outside, cuts it back inside, finds a hole. He's going to take it to the end zone for a touchdown. 35-yard run. Matt Smith, the quarterback.
Touchdown run.
The score is 21-19. What a comeback by the Fishermen. Wow. Another 4th down conversion, and they're probably going to go for 2 here to tie this game. Let's see what happens. And the Lynn Classical team has taken a nap. So Gloucester's going to go for 2 here to try to tie the game. There's still 6.5 minutes left in it. And Classical's only had the ball for 6 plays this entire half. Smith keeps it again, but this time he's being forced to the outside, and he doesn't get it. So as the teams head back upfield, we get a flag on the play. Hold on.
Oh, he's up. So it's 6:32.
All right, so with 6.5 minutes left, the teams head back upfield with the score. Gloucester 21, Gloucester 19. We'll be back in a couple of minutes.
Daddy, that light's on again. I think we need to go to Extreme Truck and Auto and Cheese Shop.
When this happens to you, there's no need to go to a dealer, whether you're a foreign or a domestic car. We can take care of that right here at Extreme. We have a complete line of Snap-on diagnostics specifically made for all your vehicle needs. Bumper to bumper, foreign or domestic, we can take care of it all here at Extreme. Here at Extreme, we guarantee all of our work for 1 year.
You're watching local programming created by volunteers in your community, underwritten with the generous support of local businesses.
At Scott Energy, we have built our business one customer at a time with a hands-on, personal approach. In the process, we have gained customers in our communities who have come to appreciate our attention to value and quality service. We truly appreciate your business, and in turn have made it our policy to give back to the communities that we serve. That's why we support KPN Television, so that they can deliver valuable, community-based news and information about KPN, which is important to all of us.
Join, volunteer, support local programming for and about Essex, Gloucester, Manchester, and Rockport. Support KPN TV.
All right, welcome back. 6:32 left in the game. The Fishermen have fought their way back, 21-19. They still trail it by 2. But there's 6.5 minutes left in the game. And the Lynn Classical offense has not even been on the field that much this second half. Just for 6 plays, they had 2 3 downs and outs. All right, Brennan Rivera approaches the ball. Low lining kick. It's picked up. 20. And a good punt, good kickoff coverage by the Fishermen.
Nowhere to go. Brought it back to the Rams.
So here comes the Gloucester defense. And the Classical offense
First and 10 from their own 26.
hasn't done anything in this second half. Six minutes, 23 seconds left in the game. And let's see what happens on offense for Classical here. The Fishermen could use another 3 down and out. All right, no huddle. There's that quick out pass again. It's completed.
It's like a pickup of about 4 on the play.
The gain of about 3 in the play. Make it 4. Okay. Second down and 6 from the Classical. But they're just running that quick out. That's all they're really doing. This time they're going to trips right. Clock is running. And the quarterback Ridley is looking over for the play. Ridley keeps it. Oh, he's got plenty of room. He gets the first down. That was a big play for Classical. They maintain possession. That was a big, big play. They moved the sticks. 1st and 10 Classical at their own 42. That's a major play for Classical. They maintain possession. Clock is running, 5:20 left in the game. Lynn Classical 21, Gloucester 19, and it's turned out to be an excellent ball game. Handoff, good defensive play there for the Fishermen. Ollie Emerson, nice play. Gain of about 2. So it's 2nd down and 8 for Classical. Malcolm Best was the ball carrier. And it's turned out to be another Gloucester Lynn Classical exciting game. It didn't look that way at halftime. Quarterback keeper. Ridley gets gain of about 3 on the play. Makes it 3rd down and about 7. We'll see where they line it all up. Third and about 5 for Classical. Another big 3rd down play for the Fishermen defense. The clock is running, and Classical is taking a little more time at the line of scrimmage, trying to eat some more clock. Third down. And it's knocked down. Big defensive play by the Fishermen. It brings up a 4th down and 5 for Classical, and Gloucester will get the ball back. That's the 3rd time tonight that the Fishermen have swatted a pass away at the line of scrimmage.
Next week, the Gloucester Fishermen travel to Saugus on Saturday afternoon at 3 p.m.
Dalen Locke, Pena Ortiz back deep to return this punt. Nashawn Butler in punt formation for Classical. Nice snap, he gets it, he punts it, he gets a much better punt this time. And it gets a good roll down inside the 10-yard line, down to the 8-yard line. And Gloucester has to go 91 yards. 91-yard drive the Fishermen need. They're down by 2. And that was a great punt by Nashawn Butler for Lynn Classical. And he gets a good roll on the punt. And Lynn Classical catches a big break on that punt. That was a great punt. All right, here we go for the Fishermen. 3:35 left in the game. A hole by Locke. He gets the first down. Big play right off the bat. Gain of about 13 on that play. That was Pena Ortiz. I thought that was Locke. Okay, 1st and 10 Fishermen from their own 22. 3:20 left, 4th quarter. Fumble. It's a run play. The quarterback kept it, I think. It looked like a fumble there for a minute. That was Ortiz again. That was a gain of about 4 for Ortiz. It looked like that play was smothered, but he did good to get 4 yards. 3:01 left, 4th quarter. Lynn Classical 21, Gloucester 19. What a game this has been. What a comeback by the Fishermen. Smith keeps it, has a hole, cuts it up, and he's short of the first down. It's going to be 3rd and about 2 for Gloucester. We're under 3 minutes now, 2:47. They're facing a 3rd and about 2. Another big offensive play for Gloucester, 3rd down. They've got to get a first down here. Smith hands it off. Big hole. Oh, Pena Ortiz gets the first down. And it looked like he was going to go farther, but give credit to the Lynn Classical linebacker for stepping up and make the play, but it's a first down Gloucester. And timeout Fisherman, a 20-second timeout. They had to call something to stop the clock. There's only 2:18 left in the game. And they're still at their own 37.
Next week, the Gloucester Fishermen travel to Saugus. Saturday afternoon, 3 p.m. Take on the Saugus Satchel. Stackpole Field, Summer Street in Saugus. Come on down.
All right, 1st and 10 Gloucester.
Support your fishermen.
At their own 37. Motion. Handoff. Big hole. Argentino. Gain of about 5 or 6.
Ryan Argentino, the ball carrier, picking up about 6 on the play.
The Fishermen, they better hurry up. The clock's ticking. That was the gain of 5 by Argentino. 2nd down and 5. That Lynn Classical defense is getting tired. I can tell by the body actions. The Fishermen need to take advantage here. We're under 2 minutes. Pena Ortiz, short of the first down.
Looks like a pick up about 4 on the play.
3rd down. Fishermen go to a no huddle. 3rd and 1.
1:32 left to go in the game.
Minute and a half left in the game. Quick hitter up the middle. Smith keeps it. No, I thought Smith had kept it. He fooled everyone by going around, but the Fishermen do get a first down. It's a first down, Gloucester. They're at their own 48-yard line. But it's 1st and 10 with 1:12, but the clock is ticking. We're 1:04 left. We're approaching a minute. Pena Ortiz, and he gets good yardage. He picked up about 6, maybe 7 yards on that play, but the Fishermen got to call a timeout. They have to call it. They got to get this clock to stop. All right, it's a full timeout. So with the score 21. Lynn Classical, Gloucester 19. We'll be back in a couple of minutes.
You're watching local programming created by volunteers in your community, underwritten with the generous support of local businesses.
When you walk into either of our branches, you'll experience a local bank feel with big bank returns. We are proud to support many community organizations, nonprofits, and events, both financially and by employees volunteering their time. That's why we support KPN Television, so that with the help of their volunteers, they can deliver valuable community-based news, sports, and information about KPN, which is so important to us all.
Join, volunteer, support local programming for and about Essex, Gloucester, Manchester, and Rockport. Support KPN TV. You're watching local programming created by volunteers in your community, underwritten with the generous support of local businesses.
We take pride in our ability to anticipate and adapt to the ever-changing terrain of the commercial printing industry. Since our founding in 1922, the Cricket Press, along with our weekly newspaper, the Manchester Cricket, have long valued the importance of local news and information. That is why we support Cape Ann Television, so they can continue to provide community television programming for the Cape Ann area.
Join, volunteer, support local programming for and about Essex, Gloucester, Manchester, and Rockport. Support Cape Ann TV.
All right, everybody, welcome back. It's 2nd down and 4 for the Fishermen. 52.7 seconds remaining in the game. The Classical defense is tiring. There's that reverse. Cut it up. And it's a first down Fishermen inside the 40.
Gloucester, first down.
They have to move the sticks again. That stops the clock briefly. 1st and 10 Gloucester. Clock starts again. 42 seconds remaining. Hand off, Pena Ortiz. And it goes nowhere. The clock is running. We have a timeout, Gloucester. It's a full one, I believe. No gain in the play, and Gloucester just used their last timeout. And it's going to be tough now.
33.9 seconds left to go in the game.
They're going to have to run some kind of an outside play so the ball carrier can get outside so we can run out of bounds and stop the clock. Right now, Gloucester's biggest enemy is the clock. And the Lynn Classical fans that are here, they're chanting defense. Smith with the rollout, keeps the ball, gonna get outside, get out of bounds, and he does. And he stops the clock. Did he get the first down? I don't think he did.
To pick up about 6 on the play.
He got out of bounds to stop the clock. That was key. Regardless of whether he got the first down or not.
So he's 10 almost.
Did he pick it up? It's close. We might have an... Yeah, first down.
First down, Gloucester.
But the ball is now at the Lynn Classical 24. Yep, 24-yard line. 26 seconds left. The Fishermen, it's a race against time. So 1st and 10 Gloucester at the Lynn Classical 28. Smith rolls out, and he's going to get sacked. And there's no time left for the Gloucester to do anything. There's no timeouts. They're going to have to get back. Smith is going to have to spike the ball. And he spikes it. And that leaves 6 seconds left for Gloucester.
6.7 seconds left to go in the game.
And despite the incredible comeback by Gloucester, it looks like they're going to fall just short in this game and go to 3-1 on the season. But there is one play left. So there's one play left for Gloucester. And here come the Fishermen offense with one play. And we have a whistle. We have a timeout. Full timeout for Classical. We'll keep it right here. And despite the incredible comeback Gloucester has made here tonight, it appears they're going to fall a couple of points short. And it looks like Gloucester will go to 3-1 on the year. Then Classical will go to 4-0. Next week, Gloucester will travel to Saugus for an old school Saturday afternoon game. And next Friday night, we hope to bring you a Manchester game. They'll be at home against Linfield. And that's the future telecast here on KPN Television as far as football is concerned. But Gloucester has one play here. All right.
All right, here we go.
Everyone's back for Lynn Classical.
3rd and 24.
Smith
Back to pass.
throws it up there.
Throws up a Hail Mary into the end zone.
Oh, it was almost caught.
Incomplete.
It was knocked down by Lynn Classical. And that's the game, unless there's a penalty.
That's the end of the ball game.
Yeah, that's the game.
Classical Rams 21.
The Lynn Classical Rams 21. The Lynn Classical the Gloucester Fishermen 19. A tough loss here tonight for Gloucester. And when you fall behind by 3 touchdowns so early in the game like Gloucester did, it makes it extremely difficult to come back. But give the Fishermen credit here tonight for not quitting. They were down 21-0 at the half. They could have folded their tents right there, but they didn't. As the two teams line up to shake hands, I want to thank my cameraman, Jim Capillo. And I'm Phil Nicastro. Until next time, for Gloucester High School football, have a great weekend, everybody.